And the name's Matt. Mad Matt. Hi guys, how we doing? No runner. One step closer to finishing Washington. Oh yeah. Right. Well, let's get on the game screen. Because like, no point being a gamer without being on the gamer screen. Hey, how we doing? Yeah. Like I say, one step closer to finishing Washington. And yeah. I'm going to go over the other side. We're going to pick up a scout trailer, or we're going to drag the scout trailer rather, and we're going to stick 2 barrels of stuff on to take to the fish shed, which is a pass mission over on another map. So we need to drive there. So let's get rocking and rolling. The last couple of days on the wheel's been quite hectic. I mean, the trucking wasn't so hectic, but it still kind of plays and pulls on the shoulders. But yeah, so we're just going to chill out today and switch between controller and wheel as we normally do, because that's the way we play this game. All the long drives we do on the wheel, and all the really tight stuff we do on the controller because it's easier to control it. I find it's the easiest way to play this game, to be fair. Because it's not... I don't have a wheel that can do everything, unfortunately. Apparently there are wheels from Moser that are recognised in this game that the sticks do work as they should. And, you know, if and when I can afford them wheels, we might take a look at them. Of course we will, because we play a lot of this game. And we know it's going to last at least another 6-8 months. No runner as a whole, that is, because year 5 is on the horizon. The anniversary pass is already out to be purchased. So we know that's a fact. They've just brought out 2 brand new trucks, which I don't have. So I'm hoping somebody like Kev is going to come in today and let me have a little tickle on them. I hope somebody like Kev or Brax maybe come in, that's got them maybe, and give us a little tickle on them. And we can have a look and show you what they're like. And yeah, take them for a little drive and get them stuck and see, you know, if they're any good or not. Oh, do you know, I've never ever taken this little bit of shortcut, you're supposed to be over there, had any engine damage off of this truck. Oh, we gotta get rid of that, because all the 1111 stuff's done and dusted, so yeah, we need to get rid of that now. So it's, which one is it? It's 1111, it's that one. Yeah. And we did our bit for remembering the fallen. So we did our bit for Remembrance Day, which was the Sunday just gone, and Armistice Day, which was 11-11-11. Well, we didn't actually do the one for 11-11-11 because we actually raided out. But SR did it, and I was listening to SR, and I had my 2-minute silence while I was listening to Music Man Luke. So yeah, I did take part in it. So for anybody watching, when I play this, it is full crossplay multiplayer, and you're all very, very welcome. Oh, I got hiccups. So while we're currently live, guys, we have two absolutely fabulous members of the stream team also live. Wait, we've got three actually. So we've got Miss Luke Loza live playing Farming Sim, we've got the Average Viking live playing Farming Sim, and we've got Miss Silver Moon doing some art and design. As well as myself, we're all part of the same stream team, and there's the link in chat to go check all the members out. And I'm going to ask that you click every single one of them and yeah, give them a follow. And be there for the next time they go live. You never know, you just might find your next favorite streamer. So we are actually going to be doing mining fish. That's what we're actually going to be doing. And everything that I got to pick up's down here to my left. So everything that I want to be picking up, I want to be coming off here and going back this way. And I'm just having a look whether the long way round is going to be better for me, or whether the short way is going to be better for me. I think the long way, I'm thinking the long way is probably better for me, so we'll go up there and down there. And when we get kind of here, Delio, it looks like that we just need to go straight down there, pick up those two, grab the trailer and drag the thing back, and then we'll put some more marks in for when we go back the other way. That's what the plan is for this job. Let's go on with it. Full crossplay multiplayer is active, guys, so you can come and join me if you would like to. If you're on my friends, just join. If you're needing the code, please ask in the chat. And I say chats, guys, because once again, I am on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. And when we come back the other way, we need to go over that way. So it will be a case of coming all the way back. I mean, the only downside is I'm picking up a scout trailer with the two things I got to pick up. And with that, there's always a danger of it bouncing and rolling around and causing damage to your truck. I mean, technically it shouldn't, you know, I suppose it shouldn't really drag it, but this truck's so powerful that, yeah, it can drag virtually anything. What is Tav doing? There's a load of strong arm and stuff around. Jesus. Well, that was deep. Maybe this way isn't such a good way back when I'm dragging a scout trailer with me. Maybe we'll go the other way back. And then Hopefully we've just got the exit on the T-junction to cope with. So I was just conducting a little experiment, and because, you know, I've been having trouble with the accelerator pedal in game, and occasionally it still forgets that I've got an accelerator pedal and changed it to a different button. I know, it's strange, but it's true. Kind of the price I pay for playing with the steering wheel and pedals, I suppose. I know some of you are going to say, well, I play with steering wheel and pedals and it don't do that. I bet you're on console. Never used to happen to me on console either. Only happens on PC, and it's because I've got a slightly better quality. I returned. Sorry, for my disappearance. It's fine. I'm the only one that's really thingy to be here. Everybody else. Right, let's get on controller for this next bit. Right, we're going to swing around. We'll grab the 2 pallets. And then we're just gonna winch the trailer. So normally we play this on a Monday, guys, but yeah, as you probably saw, Minute wasn't around, so I was on early, and when I'm on early, one of my main guys that I normally play this game with isn't available. Gonna pick up 2 pallets and process it to squash it. Yeah, I don't know what these barrels are contained. They're chemical barrels apparently, so they're obviously for some type of cleaning process maybe in the fish area. I would guess. This is where this trailer might cause a little bit of hassle. But we're just going to act like it's a normal trailer and drag it with a winch. Now, I've left it on quite a long rope, and I don't normally, and this is why. With some of these scout trailers, because they've still got the dolly pole down or dolly wheel down, can you attach the trailer? No, it's a scout trailer. Scout trailers do not go on normal trucks. Come on, you tart. Got her. Right, we might have to get ourselves up there and then grab that. Hello? Just stand still, will you? let's get this thing a bit closer. Hello, dude. No. Come this way. That's it. Come this way. Come this way. Stop fucking about. Right, here we go then. Let's go. Let's say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son. Doing glue. Yep. So like I say, sometimes these cause problems, sometimes they don't. Sometimes these cause problems, sometimes these don't. It's just... I think sometimes it's just luck, whether it causes a problem or whether it don't cause a problem. He's obsessed with it over Enter the Sandman. Okay. I mean, it's a good song and all, but... yeah. If he likes listening to it over and over and over and over and over again, I can imagine it can be quite annoying. I need to get down here and take a left to get back to the main road. And then when we hit the main road, then we need to decipher where we need to be going to drop this off. Best of the best song ever. It's Hammer to Fall by Queen. It's a good song. I wouldn't say it was best of the best. I love a bit of Queen, but I wouldn't say best of the best. I mean, to be honest, I have no total... you know, that's the best song ever. I like most songs. Yeah, to me, there's no real, this is the best song. It's just, it's a good song. They're all really good songs. They're not, there is no best song, because it all depends what mood I'm in, you know. Sometimes in the mood for a bit of rock, sometimes it's club, sometimes it's classical, you know, reggae, ska, two-tone, you know, so country, there is no best song for me. Just personal opinions, really, yeah. You're entitled to them. You are entitled, but as we like to say, you know, you're entitled to your own opinion, but don't force it on anybody else. And let them make up their own mind. And you will have a groovy time with it, innit? Right, and so we're coming out of there. And we got to head over here, so we need to go... well, we need to go down this way, really. And just follow down to where the drop-off is. And hopefully that thing follows. It'll follow, this thing will drag it. And it's just like a very old joke that's probably not kind of half politically correct now. To say, but I'm going to say it because it's a joke, and jokes are jokes. They're not meant to be truthful or anything like that. About the guy who took his dog out that had no legs, and a guy stops him in the street and said, "Oi, dude, what you doing?" He went taking it for a drag. Yeah, I know, it's not politically correct now, but it's a joke. And jokes are meant to be jokes, no matter how kind of bad they are. I mean, look at people like, I don't know, Jimmy Carr, how offensive his jokes can be sometimes to the wrong people. But like you said, it's like he says, jokes are jokes. You know, you either take it as a joke or kind of don't listen to his jokes. And that's kind of the same with myself, you know, I'll say any shit to make people laugh while they're watching me. Because that's me. And if you get offended by that, maybe you shouldn't be watching. Come on. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. We might have to recover back after doing this. I don't think we'll have enough fuel to get out of here back to the fuel wagon. I really don't, but we'll get there. We will get there. And don't forget, guys, I play full crossplay multiplayer even though I'm on PC. If you want to come and help me and you want the code, you're quite welcome to it. Come in and give me a hand. What I don't want to see is when you come in is just sit there and collect XP. At least try and do some stuff, you know what I mean? Now, even if you're an absolute beginner, never, you know, just got multiplayer active, still come in, you know? And if you're going to just, like, spend 20 minutes, half an hour seeing what the vehicle can do and what, and, you know, moving the crane around and such, let me know. You know, 20 minutes of just figuring shit out, no worries. You know, come in and just don't feel stressed about trying to do stuff. Just preempt it and let me know. And then, you know, obviously at some point you will be expected to participate in a task, in a mission. I've said this before, I don't mind anybody coming in, no matter what your XP, what your experience, ask questions about what you should be doing, what's this do, what's that do. But don't come in and just be a XP whore, just come in for the XP and do nothing. That I don't want. And that will soon get you expelled from my game. Right, which one is for the trailer? I'm gonna guess at this one. It may not be. I guessed wrong. Okay. Trailer must be this one. Oh, well, this. Put them in. Drag you over here. There we go, all done. Right, and that's that one done. There is a few we haven't found yet, and I don't know where they are, so let's just check with Billy how many we got left to do. So we got one there. There's 2, 3, 4. So 4 tasks to do, and they're all on this map. And how many we got on the map to recognize? We got 2. These don't count. These ones don't count. But yeah, we got these 2, Lakeside Cabin and Red Tape. Is there any close to us? I won't know that until I've done this. So we've got to get a pump, which is way over there. Where are we at the moment? Where are we at the moment? Oh, we're way up there. Okay, we're nowhere near. Okay, let's try Lakeside Cabin. Oh, that's logs and logs. Okay, so we can't do that yet. A multi-stage pump. Okay, so we need to get back to the road and try and get up there, but we need fuel as well, so I'm gonna just recover back and drive back in, I think. This is the easiest way to do it. recover back, drive back in. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. Would have took me a little bit of time to get out of there anyways, all the way back out, and then to go get fuel from the fuel truck, and yeah, probably would have took me the same amount of time, to be fair. And the only difference is, yeah, I would have had a little bit more fuel once I take the fuel out of the fuel truck. At least this way, the fuel truck's there for when I really, really need it. MTT Bone going straight for alert. Hi, how you doing? So guys, I don't have the new trucks, but I was hoping Kev would come in and we could have a look at them, and because he's gone. But I think he may be busy. If he's busy, then I know what he's busy with. He's busy looking after his other half, so, you know. I didn't buy them either. It's not that I didn't buy them. I mean, if it's a good pack, then eventually I'll get them. It's just at the moment, things are a little squeezy. Normally I wait until one of the guys, I mean, some of the guys have got the, like a season pass, which everything coming up, even the year 5 stuff coming up, includes. So I've been told one of them is. Yeah, one of them's decent, one of them's not so good. And like I said, I was hoping that one of my guys would come on that's got them, and we could have a play around and see if they are any good. Because like I say, I've got a certain thing which I like to kind of value a truck's worthness. They are good, they are quite useful. Well, apparently, according to the guy that's got them, one of my guys that's already got them, one's okay and one's really good. So, like I say, I was hoping to get to have a look at them, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it depends how you value a truck. I value a truck is, my value of a good truck is one that I can jump in, do everything that I want to do with it. Got lots of different conversions to it. And yeah, that's basically what I call a decent truck. Um, goes through the mud quite a bit without using anything like winches or anything like that. So it's got a good off-road system. Like I say, good connections on the back. Can take the weight of stuff. So I forget which one it is. Peterbilt, one of them, the fucking great truck. When you put a weight on that and you try and go uphill, I don't know whether they've modded it or something, but it used to be useless. A massive truck like that, massive tires, and you put a bit of weight on the back, try and do an uphill stretch, and it's like, nope, I don't want to do that. And it's like, what? You're a massive truck with a massive engine, and you don't want to climb a hill with a weight on. That's terrible. But I've always said with this game, there's a truck for a different use. So no matter how you look at it, there's a truck with some uses. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some that they've put in the game to be herrings, but yeah, I've always said there's a use for every truck in the game. Well, 90% of trucks in the game there's a use for. It's just a case of finding out what that use is, finding out what the good of the particular vehicle is, and then working to its strengths. The downside is, because I found trucks to be multi-purpose right from the start, I've not used on a regular basis a lot of trucks in game. Like I say, I've found trucks to be very useful that have got a lot of stuff going for it, and that's the trucks that I use all the time. I might occasionally do a build where I use some other type of truck and try it in the same sort of situation. For instance, I tried the what truck was it? The Atlantica or something, whatever it's called, something like that. It's an Azov. It's got like kilted steering and shit. Cab right at the front. I think it's an Azov. In like a muddy situation, it was like, no, not doing that. Okay. But with a name like Antarctica, I thought it might be. I thought then, okay, it might be good on ice and snow. So I tried it on ice and snow. It's like, nope, don't want to do that either. Okay, what the good? What have you got that's going for you? And I think the thing was with that one is that it's pretty good if you've got to go through flooded areas that are not too muddy. I think that was the thing with that one. Right, we need to find out which way we need to go now, because we can go that way or that way. Quite a long way around if I go around that way. If I go this way, I can go off here. Okay, how you doing, brother? Thought that was the way up. Is that not the mountains I'm trying to head for? What the fuck is it? Oh, it's there. Okay. Oh, that's what I was just looking at, dickhead. Yeah, so I'm going to there. And I'm going back this way. And then up the mountain to collect that. Right, I know where I'm going, let's go. That's what she said. Did she tell you you were small as well then, eh? That's what I'm looking at, dickhead. Really? Okay. Do you know, I read somewhere, when was it, yesterday, day before, that sarcasm and banter helps for a healthy mind, apparently. And that if somebody doesn't get quite a lot of banter or jokes or anything, yeah, they're you know, if you, yeah, you need to stay away from it for a little while, or they need to stay away from you. Dustin, how's it going? Good morning, Matt. How are you doing today, this morning, our afternoon? It's afternoon for me, buddy. That Mastodon is a very useful truck with a strong heart and engine. I rate it myself as the best truck in the game. Yes, it's a paid for DOC truck, but it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. If you buy anything with this game, you need to buy this truck and the tire pack. That is it. Is it cold outside my house? I don't know, mate. Is it cold outside your house? Landscaper, good afternoon. Afternoon, Matt and all. How's it going, bro? How's it going? It's going all right, mate. It's going all right. I mean, we've been going about 40 minutes where we've done one task already. We're just about to go and pick up cargo for the next one. Well, for part one of the next one anyways. Full crossplay multiplayer is active. If anyone wants to come in and give it a go, or give me a hand. And yeah, let's go. And thank you for the like over there on YouTube. Much appreciated. Yeah, they're part of the tire pack. They're part of the tire pack, therefore they give a little bit more grip. Yeah, a little bit more grip, a little bit more traction in the really slick areas, so yeah. And thank you very much for the second like over there on YouTube, much appreciated. Doing good, not long out of bed. No work till the 10th of December, lucky you. No worries, dude. Yeah, I know, brother. I always say thank you. If you guys are going to take the time to come over and, you know, give me that thumbs up button, the least I can do is thank you back. It's absolutely the very least I can do is give you a thank you for it. Mystic, afternoon, how you doing? You got 2 loops now, the second one's from me. Wow, you got to tell me that the second one's from you. Jesus, man. Talk about needy, innit? Yeah, talk about needy, he's got to tell me that I was the second one, dude. I've missed a few of your streams this week because I've been sleeping till around 3 p.m. Yeah, I did a couple of early streams because one of our guys who's in the stream team wasn't around. So when he's not around doing the early bit, I sort of step in and do my thing while he's not available. Basically, if he wasn't around all the time in the morning, I'd go really early all the time because that's kind of the way I like to do things. I like to. That's the time that I'm awake. You know, when I wake up, I'm awake, and I just want to get things done, and then they're done, and then the rest of the day I can chill out and do what I want. Come on, baby, get up there. Get up there. Don't fuck me about. Okay, good. Let's go back a bit. How about that? Let's go forward a bit. which cam marshal do you like better? Like I said, dude, personally, if they're not on my top 10 list of trucks, it's probably I haven't used them at all. I've got a top 10 list of trucks which I prefer to use that are very, very good at multitasking, and that's the trucks that I use. That's not to say that that truck is shit or anything like that. Although, if I may have used it and gone, it's not quite for me. You know, like I say, sometimes when you're out in this game, you're out to do multiple jobs and stuff, and it's just the way that it falls sometimes. You know what I mean? And if a truck to me doesn't go right, doesn't handle like I want once I've upgraded it and stuff, I'm probably never going to use it again, to be fair. Doesn't feel right the first time around, it's probably never going to get used again. Right, where am I going? I am going back to the logistics center, so I need to get out of here, which means going back down that fucking way there, and then go all the way back that way after I've changed the time. I got you. I'm usually up around 5:30, but since I've had no work, been going to sleep around 5, 6, then missing everything going on in the world. If it don't feel right, it's in the bin it goes. Well, to be honest, no. I mean, yes. I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's no real way of saying that it deserves to go in the bin. I mean, like I say, I've always felt that every truck has been built and put into SnowRunner for a reason. But on the other hand, like you say, if it's totally fucking useless to you as an individual user of the game, then yes, it's in the bin. And there's trucks that I've done that too. You know, I've used them and I've gone, nope, that's not for me, goodbye. And there's trucks that I've used that I've gone, that might come in handy, and I've kept them. You know what I mean? But the thing is, nobody can say, and this is not just my belief, this is a fact. There's no particular truck that somebody sets up that everybody can use. And that's absolutely, you know, the thing. You know, I have my way of setting up trucks, and I have my favourite trucks. And say if Brax comes in, Brax can set up a truck and use it in a way that I can't use it. And that's just between the way he uses and the way I use. You know? So in a way, there's no real truck that everybody can say that's good for that. You know, that's a great truck. That's a great truck. In my opinion, some of the best trucks are trucks that can be easily used, which this one is part of, and have got multiple purposes that they can do. That's my idea of a great truck. Nifty, how you doing? The International Harvester Trans 410 has a good engine but lacks all-wheel drive and lock-in differential. Going on pace services AMD and the fuel cart to be towing another truck. Yeah. Like I say, I have no I have every faith that every truck in the game has a use. Now, whether the use is just to confuse the fuck out of you, so that you pick it and try and use it, is another matter, but yeah. Because some of the trucks in the game, you know, for me, that's what they do. They're just there to confuse the shit out of you and go, should I be using that? Shouldn't I be using that? And when you look at it properly, you're like, well, no, not really. That's my opinion of it. You know, you guys may feel differently about it, but that's definitely the way I feel about it. Like I say, I'm not one to use every truck. I have trucks that I use for a couple of different purposes. For instance, the 605R. This is a plain thing. The 605R. I made sure I went forward in maps to get that truck because it's in Umar. It's a free truck. Why did I go ahead and get that truck from the start? At the time, I didn't have this. At the time, I didn't have the Atom. Yes, I had the capability of going and get the Azov 64131 by traveling to Russia, of course, and buying it. And I did that, in fact. But I wanted a really, really good off-road truck, and I knew where I could find one. So I went forward to Umar. I skipped through all the missions and stuff, so I got to the third map, picked the 605R up, dragged it back, repaired it and it was mine. That is a cracking truck, or used to be a really cracking truck. Not very many connections, though, on the back, but off-road capabilities at the time, one of the best. I mean, no ice tires, but in terms of mud, water, and other such terrains, it was one of the best. Which is why people modded it to be indestructible. And if you use those mods, all well and good. I think you're taking something away from yourself by using them, because it is indestructible. You know, even though the things go down, like the bottom right, bottom left there, the things go down, it still drives as if nothing's wrong. Even if every single one of them is zeroed out. You cannot destroy it. Cheers, how you doing? Thank you for the 5-string streak. Still think you need to go to the Specsavers, mate, if you're becoming a young man. Doing good? That's good to hear, mate. Really good to hear. The pre-launch DMC international truck makes the Michigan maps way too easy. Well, you know, the thing is with the thing is with Michigan. Here's the thing with Michigan. Yes, it's made to be a beginner's map. Yes, made to be a beginner's map. But the start of the game, if you didn't know nothing about the game, is so hard. You know, for an absolute beginner, the start of the map is so hard. You know, your trucks are shit. You know, you've literally got to really watch what you're doing. And a lot of people, when they do Michigan and not really got a very good truck to start with, quit within the first 3 weeks of playing the game and never touch it again. This is why me and a few mates have got together and gone, look, if you're struggling, let us know. We'll lend you a half-decent trucks till you get your trucks up to spec, and you'll have a better time with it. You know, you don't need mods, you don't need this and that and the other. Give us a couple of days on your map, and you see how you feel. Same tires have got the usages in the snow and ice, but particularly if you're driving along main roads, they're good. If you're going over rocks, they're good. If you're traveling in deep snow, though, you want mud tires, because for some reason Sabre thought it was a good idea to tell the game that when it snows, it's basically mud. I don't know how that works, but it's there. So if you're just traveling around in snow, mud tires. If you know that you're going to be traveling main roads and over ice and rocks on those maps, then you want the ice tires. It's all use case scenarios. Bless me. Right, so another stage pump. Where is it? Oh, it's there, okay. That's very strange. Not all the time that happens. The pump's in the same freaking spot that you're dropping off. First time I played SnowRunner, used my Calm 101 Marshall, very smoky. Oh, the Navistar. Navistar is a great truck. I think that it's basically, I think it's classified as a road truck, but it's a great truck. I mean, it's not got much off-road capability, but some terrains it just goes, you know, it just says to you, you know, I don't need that, and cracks on, and it's cracking. Personally, I use the Pacific Brothers, the P12, P16, the Taiga Brothers. Well, the Pacific Brothers have got their usages. They're not great trucks. They're not what I call great trucks. They've got usages, but they're not great trucks. Their usages are for heavy goods, the heavy crane, you know. But saying that, the heavy crane does make it top heavy, and you do fall over with it quite a bit. The Taiga Brothers, the 6436, I think that's a shit truck. In my eyes, that one's a shit truck. I do like the 6455B, that's a good truck. Western Star X49, I've got it, I think it's crap. I literally bought it, used it, and stuck it to one side. The Zix Brothers, 605, 612. Like you see, I'm using the 612. I use the 605 now for, I don't know, scouting in really deep, muddy areas. Anywhere that the Tuz can't go, I normally use the 605R to do that with a fuel tanker on the back. So I can stay out and go everywhere. Like I say, and like I said earlier, it all depends how you set the trucks up, depending if, you know, it's good for you. You know? Just because I say that they're not good for me, you might be able to set them up in a way that you like them. P12, you have all-wheel drive, but it is tippy. P16, strong engine, locking diffs, but not all-wheel drive. Yeah, so I sold my P16 purely for that reason, because I knew it wouldn't go everywhere I wanted it to go. The P12 I've kept as a crane truck, but occasionally, like I say, when you try and take it somewhere, it just falls over. So you just got to, I don't know, go a little bit slower. It's the same with the Western Twins there. If anybody's used the Western Twins there, most people go, that's a shit truck. It's not. It's not a shit truck. If you set it up in a way that it can handle most things, and you just drive it a little bit slower, it's a good truck. It's not a great truck. It's a good truck. And the main reason why it's a good truck is because it's a 4-space loading. And sometimes that just comes in useful. It's the same as the Fem. The Fem, because it's got the 4-space loading, is a good truck. It's not bad off-road. The only thing that lets it down is when you do hit something hard with the wheels, it articulates for no apparent reason whatsoever. It's a lot easier to use with using a steering wheel, because you can steer against it quite easily, but it still has its problems. Twinster does need all-wheel drive. I think it has got all-wheel drive. I think it has got all-wheel drive, because I'm sure that's the first thing I do when I drive it. I put all-wheel drive on. I mean, it uses a little bit extra fuel, but I do that with all my trucks. Every time I drive a truck, if the all-wheel drive isn't on from start, I always put it on. First thing I do. I think the thing it does have is you can, one of the upgrades is you can have it so that the diff lock is choosable instead of being off. So you can choose whether you have the diff lock on or off. Otherwise, it's off. I think that's the way that one goes. But like I say, some trucks are just subject to, if you can set them up for you, then they're good trucks for you. The mediocre trucks like that, I don't try and push on people. The only thing I've really have said is back in the past, is if you're a beginner without any DLCs whatsoever, and this is what you used to have to do. You used to have to travel to Russia. When you get yourselves 90,000, buy yourselves the Azov 64131 and just play with that and upgrade it. And anything that you get on the other map, anything that you get on Michigan or wherever, just sell everything, because you don't need them. Anything that you get on Michigan will not be as good as that Azov. And the reason, and I qualified my remarks by saying that truck, for a beginner's truck, is the most useful truck you'll ever have at the start of the game if you haven't bought, say, this truck as a DLC. Hey Kev, how you doing, mate? I said it, Kev said it, there's a few other people that streamers that said it as well. You know, the Azov 64131, if you don't have any DLCs whatsoever, get yourself 90 grand, buy it, sell all the other trucks. They give you some money to upgrade it. Once you get it fully upgraded, Kev's actually done most of this game with the Azov 64131. And it's only just lately he's started to use stuff like the Mastodon and the Atom to do other things. But he's done up to, I don't know, I'm going to guess now, year 3? End of year 3 with just the Azov. Well, I say just the Azov and the Tuz. You know, as soon as he was able to get those vehicles, that's all he used for the whole game. Yeah, sometimes you struggle, sometimes you got to use your winch with the 64131, but because of the amount of connections it's got to put on the back, it's so useful. It is so fucking useful. From time onwards. I think this is the way down. Is this the way down? Yeah, that's the way down. So we've got one more task to do on this one, which is logs, and then we've got 2 tasks to find. And then it's just missions. The 64121 can get stuck on tree stumps. One day I managed to get totally on the stumps between the middle of the wheels, hanging. Yeah. To be honest, mate, any truck can do that. not just that truck. I've got stuck on tree stumps with this one. Totally stuck it, didn't move. So saying it's that truck is unfair. Any truck can do that. Once I got to Russia and got get both, then yeah, I know. Right, so we got cabin. There's just one lot of logs each. The logs you get from the other side. The logs you get from here, which is on the way in. I just need to change to get some logs. But if you're wanting to come in and do some stuff, there's one mission there plus 4 to activate. There's none in there. We've done them all. US Forestry, there's what, 5 in there and 3 to activate. So there's plenty of stuff to do, guys. If you do want to come in and give me a hand, like I say, if you need the code, here it comes. So the code is QKJJM. QKJJM. If you do want to come in and give me a hand, or if you're on my friends list, just join. Room for 3. Car, woohoo, 17. GG's, mate. Right. So here's what's in my garage. I'm sure some of you might want to know what's in my garage. Here's what's in my garage. So I have a 64. I have a 613H by Zix, fully upgraded. The way I like it to be. It's in my standard thing, so it's got the sideboard back on it and a crane. The Atom is next. It's another paid for DLC truck. This thing is fully upgraded. It's got the three cargo bed on it, which is just a flat bed and the crane. If you choose the sideboard bed, it only does 2 slots. So I use this. I have carried with this truck 3 sets of iron bars, metal beams, 3 sets of metal beams on it. So basically 6 slots worth of things on it, and it carried it no problem. The Tega 6455B. This is one of my favorite trucks. It's better than the one you find first off. You just gotta get to the map and open this one up. The Fem 35, like I say, this is a good truck, got its usages. 4 slot back, no crane, heavy on fuel. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that one. It is heavy on fuel. Then we got the 64131, which we just said is the best beginner's truck in the game, bar none. If you don't have any other DLCs, you need this truck. Another 612H, the Dairy Special. I got this from, where the fuck did we get this from? I forget what DLC we got. Kev, do you remember what DLC we got this truck from? It was one of the Canadian ones, wasn't it? The burnt forest one. Wherever we got it from, it's not bad off-road. It's not great off-road, but it's not bad off-road. The one thing, that's all I use it for. That's all I use it for, is to carry water. And I got 2 of them. The Earth Roamer SX, we got this from, what was it? Halfway through year 4, along with its brother, the STI. Very similar trucks. One of them just carries more things in it than the other, like repair points and fuel. That's the only difference between the two of them. Otherwise, they're basically the same. The Tuz speaks for itself. You get this from Tamar. It's free. If obviously if it's on your map and you find it, it's totally free. I think it appears like twice or 3 times within a couple of maps. So you could end up with multiples. The Plaid Buddy. This is a recent truck off a recent DLC. It was a free truck. To be honest, I've not used it a lot. I think I was going to sell it, to be fair. I haven't done it yet. So let's sell that. I used it. It was shit. Her billet. This wasn't a bad truck if I remember rightly, but like if you wanted a little truck for scouting, it's not bad. It gets stuck occasionally, but it's not bad. The Land Rover pack. This is a paid for DLC. The older model isn't too bad. The newer model is crap. Well, it's not crap, but it's not great. The older model is better. The Elephant, um, this isn't a bad truck. Its biggest good thing about it is it's great on snow and ice. It is really great on snow and ice, which is the map you find it on. It's full of snow and ice, and it's absolutely great for that. It's not so great at mud, we found. I mean, it copes, but it's not great at mud. But it is a big fucking heavy truck. The Atom again, another Elephant. F750. This truck, I use it for a medical truck. I don't use it for anything else. Literally, if I need a truck to come out, if I don't want to move a truck to repair or whatever, this carries enough repair points to probably do 2 trucks, carries enough fuel to probably do 2 trucks, and is very, very useful. There's another one that's called that's similar to this, the Resini, but the F750 carries more repair points and everything like that. The Paystar, 5600 TS. I only started to use this because it's fairly fast. It's got a 3-slot sideboard bed and it holds a crane at the same time. Off-road capabilities aren't great. I'll just say that. The Dan, on early maps, the Dan, once you get it, if you go back to help your friends, and you can see how I've got it configured up for long logs, one of the best I've used, but has to be fully upgraded to be very, very useful. But yeah, because of its low slung body and stuff, it's to me, in my eyes, except for a little bit of off-road capability, if it had a better off-road capability usage, it would be my go-to truck on every single map for long logs. But it does suffer a little bit with traction. And because it's so low down, it does scrape along the ground quite a bit in very mushy situations. The Yar, some people have voted this the second best scout vehicle in the game after the Tuz. It's okay. It's okay. I find that, certain situations like really heavy stuff it struggles with quite a bit, but useful. If you get it and you've not got the Tuz, keep it. It's a good little scout. Don't ask. I don't know why I've kept that. Western Twins there, I've already described about this. I do use it a little bit heavy on fuel, has its usages if you just drive it steady. And you've set it up right to go over a few bits and bobs. So like it says, guys, it's got a switchable all-wheel drive. So as soon as I use it, I switch it on, and a switchable diff lock. If you don't stick the switchable diff lock on, it's off. So it's either off or switchable. So yeah. The Mac Defense. This came to be an average truck to a not bad truck because of the tire pack. So now I use it a little bit. Not a lot, but I do use it a little bit. Like I say, with the new tire pack or the tire pack, if you're using the new tires, it does make it a better truck than it is. The 210, I use this as a vehicle mover, and that's it. Like if I want to move a scout across a map without using the scout's fuel, I'll use this. It's not a bad truck. I did use it for a little while. You do need the adjustable suspension. So the active suspension, you do need that. It's lower to the ground than the Dan. The Phantom. Right, so the Phantom is the best tractor in the game. The one you get in the first farming map, it's okay for the first farming map, but the Phantom, which is the newer version, which is basically a class, is the class of the tractors. Absolutely. The Antara has its usages as a tractor, but personally, I'd use it if you just wanted to move stuff around. because it is a little bit quicker and less fuel usage than the Phantom. The Jeep Wrangler, nice little Scout. Not going to really say much about it. I've not really used it terribly that much. Used it a little bit on. What did I use it to? Oh, Michigan. Last time I helped somebody on Michigan. You know, you've got the I think it's a task or a missions where you got to go up the two mountains. Useful for that because of the narrow roadways. The Bandit, we used this for a joke one time. We did find a use for it. So if you've ever used this vehicle, you will know that the chassis, the load chassis in the cab, do this when you go over bumps. And sometimes, because it does that, moves independently of each other, you fall over quite a bit. Don't use it with the back on. That's what we found when it kept. Don't use it with the back on. Use it with a small saddle and get yourself a sideboard trailer, and it's a better truck. Not a great truck, it's a better truck. That's all I'm going to say. The Plaid, very useful, very powerful. I like it. It's got some usages, but just not as many as some of the newer trucks. Another Tega. This truck here, I put the piss out of Tav for using this truck once, and then I ate my words when I came to using it. Really did. If, say, I don't know, you have all the DLCs, you start from scratch, and you're needing some fuel, this is a great little truck to bring you some fuel. It's not very good at anything else, but it will get through Michigan and bring you some fuel. It's quite comical. It's got a big brother, the Tatra, which isn't bad. It's very similar to the Azov 64131, but doesn't have the connections on the back. The Amaratsu Forester. This was used as a joke one time to help somebody out. We were going to help somebody with their map, and we were challenged to use this and the Bandit only. And yeah, we did it for a little while. And then because the guy didn't show up, that challenged us because he was going to do it as well. We sort of went, we're not using it no more. As you say, the Navistar 5000, it's in my truck list because I do use it. It's not a bad truck. The Neo Falcon, I forget where I got this from, but I've never used it. I've just kept it there just in case I want to use it. And there we go. We've got a 605R. And a Phoenix. This is apparently this Phoenix. Little truth from the thing about this Phoenix. This Phoenix has the best crane in the game for small cranes. You know, a lot of the small cranes are 3.5 tons. Apparently, this one's 10 tons on this one. The truck's okay. It's not a great truck, but the crane is apparently one of the best in the game. Another Plaid. This is the one you got off the other map. When it came out, it was better than the older one, but once you get the new tractors, this one's shit. Another one of them. Here's the Rosini. This is the other medical truck that I was talking about. Like I say, it's okay. It doesn't carry as much as the Ford. And we got the LTI perf roamer, basically the same as the other one. And as you can see, another Tzix 605. This is a Scout that I didn't really know what to do with. So I just kept it in. I didn't sell it. And another Ford. So there we go. Right, what were we doing? We were doing wood. Okay, do wood. I don't know what to use. I don't want to use that because I know that's going to get stuck. I don't want to use the Azov because the Azov will run out of fuel. I don't want to use that because the terrain's too sticky. Could use the Mac, I suppose. I need to change the tires. Mud tires. Log loader and low saddle. No, get rid of the log loader because that'll just weigh me down. And maybe low saddle. Reason why I'm choosing low saddle is because I think there's a semi-trailer now that does small and medium logs. There's definitely one that does medium and long logs. I don't know whether there's one that does small and medium logs. We're going to check it out. If I can get them both on at once. Oh, right. What does that do? This 10-wheeler semi-truck was built to transport medium logs. So this is dual medium, is it? That's dual medium. That's the foldable, but I won't be able to get that on here because I don't have the hydraulic. But that's for long logs, I think, as well. Well, there was two. Or is the other one high saddle? I think the other one could be high saddle. Alright, let's put it back in. And put a high saddle on it. I know there is one that does two types because I picked up two types the other day. And I think it was small and medium, which is why I'm trying it. No? Okay. That's weird. Okay, short logs then. And we'll take a trailer for mediums. There we go. Right. Let's go. Right, let's go. Small logs and medium logs. The last task I've got on the map. I'm hoping right after this, maybe the other two would be you can able to see the other two, or we might have to do a few missions to open them up. I don't know. Oh, Kev. The other day on Roadcraft, I managed to get to 100% on contamination. I don't know whether I don't know, because it was I think you're on 96%, aren't you? I don't know whether you didn't complete all your infrastructures or something like that. I'm just guessing though, dude, because I know you know what you're doing. But yeah, I've managed to get 100% off for contamination now, or contaminated, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That one. Yeah, it's all right. I'm watching Tab at the same time. They're doing a load of dare drops today, and yeah, they're definitely going to do it. I don't know whether they've eaten a load of pallets in or whatever, but shit, man, there's a lot of pallets there of fish. They only needed 100 K's worth. It's 10K a pallet. You only needed 10 pallets. You only needed 10 pallets. That it's 10K for 1,000 liters of salmon. Each pallet is 1,000 liters. 10 times 1,000 is 10,000, and 10,000 times 10 is 100,000, which is exactly what he needs for the thing. He got a lot of pallets there. There's a lot of pallets. He's got to watch it, because I've heard people overloading the boat and sinking it. Easy Guy being one of them. First time Easy Guy used the boat, he sunk it. And I don't know whether the rumors are true about Easy Guy. I'm hoping they're not, because he's a fabulous, fabulous dude. But if anybody does know whether it's true, hey, please let me know. And if you know Easy's family, just please extend my apologies to them. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then I'm not going to tell you. Because if you know, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know, you probably don't know Easy. Mrs. D, how you doing? Thank you very much for the resub. That's 5 months, lady. That's 5 freaking months. Another 4 months, we'd have to figure out what the baby's called. You'll inbox me? No worries, thank you. Have I gone past the wood thing? No, it's up ahead. Thought I passed it then. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing the thing that's on there. We're doing that one. I have got a message in my inbox. I trust that's not you just yet. This is D. Guys, if you message me while I'm on stream, I won't always look at it unless I'm kind of taking a break or something. I don't like to disrupt the stream by looking at messages or answering my phone or anything like that unless it's important. I have to do it. I'm sure you guys understand. Well, that was a lot easier. Well, I say a lot easier. It was a little easier to climb those rocks with this truck rather than the Mastodon. Like I say, guys, the tyres that this one's got on now from the tyre pack makes this a very useful truck now. It still doesn't get in my, well, it gets in my top 10, but only just. To be honest, I need to figure out what my top 10 is. But this will certainly be in my top 10 now. But I can tell you what is 1 and 2. That's easy. Number 1, Mastodon. Number 2, Atom. And the 64 131's probably about number 3 or 4. Quickly followed by the 605R. Oh, not that one, it's the next one. It's the next one. Alright, yeah, I've got it now. There now. I might take a little break in a minute, guys, and just look at those messages that I got and pick up a quick bio break and stuff. But it is Wednesday, guys, so it's the kind of start of the week for Streamloots. So if anybody does want to buy Streamloots cards, you will kick off the giveaways for the rest of the week. My giveaways for the Streamloots packs are at currently sitting at 30 viewers, 60 viewers. And if I go for a break, I play Words on stream, and the winner gets, if you get over level 3, the winner gets 3 packs of Streamloots cards, and anybody who scores over 100 also has the chance of getting Streamloots cards as well, as long as the giveaways are active, of course. Come on, baby, you can make it. Using quite a lot of fuel, though. Using a lot of fuel. I'm not sure how much of this got as a reserve, and I just sunk. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. I'll go for a break in a minute and have a little look. There you go, low, medium, and short. On the same truck. But now we just got to get into the cabin. I was so glad when I cleared the blockage from up here, so I could just go like in and out in one fell, no circle. To be honest, the irritation of getting in is about the same as the irritation you got to get out. So I think the this way slightly longer. Ooh, that's a bad one. Yeah, that was a bad one. Guys and girls, it's the Average Viking coming in with a raid. Hi Tab, how you doing? Yeah. He was over there playing Farming Sim today, guys, and they were doing quite a lot of dare drops, so expect in a couple of days for there to be lots of giveaways. Wow. And another raid coming in, Miss Loopy Loza.
Jobber_84 said arse.
Guys, two absolutely fabulous streamers, the co-owners of the Discord, the co-owners of the VTC. What more can I say about them? They're gorgeous human beings, and I'm totally kissing their ass now, which I'm sure they don't want. Jobber, how you doing, buddy? But thank you guys, thank you both for your raids, much appreciated. JCB man, hey, how you doing? Guys, my name's Mad Matt. If you've never seen me before, I'm primarily a simulation streamer. I do count SnowRunner as a simulation game because you can play internally with a steering wheel. So it's kind of like an off-road truck sim. But yeah. And I do play full crossplay multiplayer when I play this game, so anybody who wants to come and give me a hand, you are very, very welcome. If you're playing on console, I've got the code, or you're on anything but Steam, I've got the code. If you're on my Steam friends list, you can just join. Oh, no. I am whacking this truck around something chronic now. And I'm running out of fuel. I might have to move the fuel truck down to this truck once I get it into the road. VIP 3 shot. Thought you was going to tip then? No. It will go further over than that before it tips. Trust me. It'll rock further than that before she falls over. I mean, primarily, if you rock up to a 45-degree angle, the straps stay on. So up to a 45-degree angle, basically, you're safe. Come on, baby, climb that. Climb that. Come on, climb that. Climb that. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. That's it. That's it. You can do it. You can do it. I know you're carrying a lot of weight, but go on. Oh shit. Why won't you give me the tree I want? How about that? I'll keep trying because it'll give me the truck I want and the tree I want in a minute. Miss Moon, how you doing? I thought you were streaming. I thought you were doing your some artsy fartsy stuff. You was when I started my stream anyway. Oh, well, it's just a quick tester. Okay, no worries. Do you know what I think it was more than anything else? It's not what you were doing, it's when you were doing it. People sort of don't expect you to be on this early. Because I was there for a little bit and it was very interesting. Like I say, it's just, I don't think people expect you to be on like this time of day. Come on, get up there. Yeah, really want to do art stuff, just no idea when I'm gonna do. The one thing we as a stream team kind of say to each other on a regular basis, and it's true for most of us, is we have a viewership that no matter what we do when we do it, the people come for us. So I think if you just stay kind of where you normally stream, I think you'd be totally fine. So guys, we're going to go fuel this other truck up. Then I'm going to, because it'll be virtually out of fuel, then I'm going to send it back and then bring it back over so that anybody else coming in can use the fuel. I didn't realize this one was so low on fuel, to be fair. And I think whoever took fuel out of it last took it out of the truck itself rather than out of the fuel tanker, which is, I don't know, a little bit ignorant of them. You know, leaving the actual engine part of it totally out of fuel, rather than taking it out of the fuel tank. Is it me or is it getting a little dark in here? Getting a little dark in here, isn't it? There we go. Bright light! Some of you have just gone, I can see it now! Ah, get out! Jobber, say fuck all. I know, I just said what you were thinking. I know. Band Slam, how we doing? Guys, while you're all here and you're all happy dappy and shit like that, can I just ask a favor of you all? Can you go over to my YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button? It's just like hitting the follow button here on Twitch, and it'll do me a biggie over there. I'm trying to get the 500 follows over there, or subscribes they call it, but trying to get the 500. And then I just need watch hours. I mean, I could have probably done it already if I used the freaking clickbait like little programs that there is. Basically, what they do is they scan your say if you put a schedule up with like names of titles and shit like that. They scan your title and they make it very clickbaity by changing it. And I don't want to do that. I want to grow naturally over there. So that, you know, people are there for me, not for anything else. Source is that, and the thing is that. Right. Let's recover you, and then we'll take it out and drive it back. And then it's full again. Why am I doing this? It's because there's no refuel stations over on that map. There's a couple of fuel trailers, but not many. Yeah, there's a couple, but not many. Also, guys, it's nearly giveaway day. And at the moment, what have we got to give away? I think we've got a key for a Highland map. Farming Simulator 23, 25. I think we still got that key there to give away, which I won the other day off of Mr. H. Donated it in tab stream. I think we got the key for that, which is a Steam copy. I'm not sure whether we got anything else. except my little add-on piece to it for what you guys have done last month. And I think we'll give it away as one whole prize. So that'll be on the 15th. Well, in or around the 15th, depending when everything finally comes in. Which is what? Friday? Saturday? What's it today? Wednesday. Wednesday the 12th. So Thursday the 13th. Friday 14th. It'll be Saturday. That was worked out, wasn't it? Don't fill that boat too much, Tav. You know people have sunk it, don't you? Don't want you to lose all your pallets. These days, these days. So this has now got something like 18,000 litres of fuel in. And it will get over there still with 300 litres of fuel in the truck itself. So, you know, it can do several reloads of fuel to people. We're nearly out of tasks as well. We're currently doing the last task, which is on our list to do. There's still 2 tasks which are hidden to us. But I think they're hidden behind missions, so they'll unlock once we do the mission to unlock them, to be able to see them. We've done all the tasks on all the other maps because you can check on your map checker in your player profile to see which ones you've done and which you haven't done. So at the moment there's 3 left to do, and like I say, 2 are hidden to me. And we've got like 12 or 14 contracts to do, and then we're done. And then we'll just be waiting on year 5 to drop, which I think, I don't know, have we heard have we heard when season 5 is dropping? I mean, it's out in Steam and everywhere to buy, and a few of you that had the promo copies of the game from me and other streamers have already got them in that pack. Not yet, but it is due sometime. Year 5 first DLC. Probably early 26, there you go. I asked Kev, because Kev's on the Saver website all the time. Also, one game that I might try and get heavily into once it drops properly, Bus Board. And the reason why I might try and get into it is because, as some of you may or may not know, I used to be a bus driver. So you will have a bus driver's view of a bus game. Same as I did for 21. I played 21 for a little while, and that was okay. There were some things on it that were sort of not with the rulings of what we do over here as bus drivers on Bus Sim. And I know Bus Board is from the makers of Bus Simulator, without the thing of actually dealing with your passengers, which of course a Bus Sim has. So Bus Sim, you've got to serve your passengers, and you've got to bus bang, yes. And in Bus Sim, you kind of have to go back and look for guys that have not got tickets, listen to loud music, fell asleep, and there's some of the things which, as a UK bus driver, you're not allowed to do. Well, I say you're not allowed to do. Somebody's playing loud music, all you can do is go back and go, do you mind turning that down? If they refuse, fuck all you can do. And the reason why there's nothing you can do is they give some of the rulings now out to bus drivers with various different companies that the job is now non-confrontational. So if you get into a situation where you're going to have a situation with a passenger, and have an argument with them. You don't. You just let them go. The only downside with that is some things you kind of have to get confrontational with them to a certain point of view. Okay, we're going right, and then we're turning. I'm going to say there. Right, let's go. Yeah, so I might have a go with Busbound. Once we get enough buses out there, we might make it multiplayer, same as what we did with Bus Simulator. I know you can use, well, I can use my Moses steering wheel with it, which we'll certainly use, and we'll try and get some buttons and other gadgets and stuff, and yeah, we'll try and make it work how it should. I've already played it in the demo. It's the only thing is I couldn't get my steering wheel to feel terribly great. I think I need to alter my Moses settings to make it work for me. Because what I tend to do with a lot of like rough simulator, when I say rough simulator games, simulation games that kind of like Farm Sim, where there's no real force feedback, it's just on the kind of centering spring, if you will. And I try and just, all I do is just whack the centering spring kind of thing right up full blast. I need to alter all the other settings that Moser has to make it feel like a bus. Because to me at the moment, it kind of doesn't. And maybe some other bits and buttons and stuff. And then it will. And then we'll have some fun playing it. And like I say, when we get multiple buses out there, multiple routes, we'll make it multiplayer and see if you guys want to come in and give me a hand or give us a hand and whatever. But yeah, like I say, it's basically Bus Simulator 21, 23 without having to deal with the passengers. Yeah, you still got to pick your passengers up, but you don't have to deal with them. To be honest, I was going through my TikToks today and there was some guys on there complaining about being bus drivers and this happened to them and that happened to them. And part of it, I was like, why are you doing that? You know? It's just like one of them, I'll tell you the whole story on one of them on TikTok, it shows this woman, and it was about, well, it doesn't say what time it is, but it was well before the elderly disabled council bus pass comes into effect. Now in different counties in the UK, these bus passes start at 9 o'clock. In other counties they start at 9:30. In some counties they start at 8:30. It's all up to the council. The bus driver has nothing to do with it whatsoever, except having to like keep in with within the ruling. Otherwise your company doesn't get paid. So your company wants you to conform within the council rulings. Of course they do, because otherwise they're not getting paid for the fare. So this woman gets on, he sort of explains and refuses her travel, and she blows up. And he basically tells her, same as some bus drivers would, sorry my love, this bus will not move until 9:30. And she basically screams the bus down that he's not allowing her to travel for free. Now, occasionally, as a former bus driver, you can say, okay, yeah, no problem. If you don't want to pay, we'll you know, if an inspector gets on, he'll deal with you. And you carry on your job. This driver chose the other route where he's flat bloke gone, sorry, this mustn't moving. Now, that's perfectly within his route, perfectly within his right to do. Yes, he's causing extra problems. Sometimes it works where your passengers will actually get behind you and support you on that. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes it backfires and goes the other way. This particular day, it didn't go either way. But some other former bus driver was slating him on it, saying, the job's hard enough, you should let her on, yada, 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 yada. So I put in his chat, not wanting to get too involved in it, but I put in his chat, yeah, but sometimes don't you just feel like if you do that, the next time somebody doesn't want to pay, you're having to let that person on. And if they see you do that to that person as well, the next person that saw that, next time they go on, are going to do the same. And then you get the same thing happen, and more people are doing it. So the way to stop it is to do what that first bus driver did and go, no, I'm not having it anymore. I tend to find that a mixed response in that situation helps. So what you do, in my experience, is you say to the lady, look, it's not quite 9:30 yet, but if you know where she's getting off and it's after 9:30, this is what I used to do. I used to go to the person, look, it's not quite 9:30 yet, and by the council, not the bus, by the council, I'm not really supposed to let you on this bus. But if you get off after 9:30, if you could scan your card through the machine as you get off, that'll be lovely. And that way, you've kind of said, you're not traveling for free, but you kind of are, because it's free travel anyway. But if you can be helpful and just scan your card on the way off, all said and done, nothing doing. And that way, the person behind her goes, oh, she will scan it, and she's kind of paid. And she doesn't think that they're traveling, the next person doesn't think that they're traveling for free. That's the way I kind of would have got around it. But yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, the buses do have this vulnerable person rule and shit like that, but then again, people do take the piss out of the routes. Right, that's that one done. Have we got now any of the others illuminated so we can see them? No. Oh, shit. Right, means we're going to have to do a contract. But we're going to have to take this trailer back because I like tidying up my maps. Okay. I know, it's a fucking dolly trailer. I hate these in this game because they don't act right. It's what it is. I don't want to be reversing around there. Thank you very much. Not if I can help it. I prefer to do it this way. And maybe push you over that way. Whoa, not that way, that way. No, don't fall over, don't fall over. That's when you stop. When it threatens to fall over is when you stop. There we go. Got away with it. Right, let's take this back. Get rid of it. And, yeah, see what contracts we got. Because that's all we got to do now, contracts. And until we open the 2 tasks that need doing. Gaming with Redmond, you beautiful bastard. How you doing, brother? Guys and girls, Gaming with Redmond is one of the stream team members. Go check him out when he's live. You may need a universal translator if you can't understand his rabblings on, but yeah, he's a great guy. He'll probably tell me to fuck you in a minute, because that's what he does. You got to spell nice with 2 C's as well. The extra one is to call him a cunt. Well, hello. What the light? Okay, we won't play with that. I think I got that up a bit too high. that might be up a bit too high then. I hope you're having a nice day. If you're wondering what that's about, guys, I met up with Gaming Redmond last year. Well, this year. At Llama. And everything that he was wearing was by the clothing brand Nice, with 2 C's. So I always say now, he's a nice guy. What the fuck is this truck using so much fuel for? It's using a shitload of fuel. He's a nice boy. Got sent apart in two, brother, ain't you? Oh. Anyway, peoples, what's everybody been up to? What's you been doing? Everybody okay? Is that the shortcut? I think that was the shortcut back there. Ah! Power slide. Yeah, that was definitely the shortcut back there because we're going for the water now. I say shortcut, it's not really a shortcut. I think it's slightly faster than going this way, purely because this really does slow you down. Yeah, there's some muddy bits on the what I call the shortcut, but it will probably get through them no problem without being slowed down too much. And like I say, when I bring a trailer out on my own map, I like to put it back again. And the downside with this map is there's only really, what is there, 2 trailer points? None on this map. There's one on the first map, and there's one in the town on the Solace map. And there's also a fuel station on the Solace map, but none on this map. Come on. I don't want to have to stick any extra fuel in. Once we get the other side, I should have enough fuel on the roof. I think there's about 100 litres on the roof, so I think I should have enough to get me back. I've only really got the one thing to look out for on the way back too. I just got to get out of here and get to the gate. Come on, get yourself out. Right, now we're out of there. I can help a little bit by switching that. Oh, no, it's always on. Okay. Gone dark. Daytime. Why are you doing this, you silly fucker? Okay, I won't use you. Okay, I won't use you. Don't ask. I don't know why the steering was suddenly doing that. Maybe the sensitivity's turned up a little bit too much. Although, in-game it shouldn't be. Because it should be at like 50%. For, healing shit. Tell you what though, after last Saturday, yesterday morning and yesterday evening when I was racing, my shoulders are killing me now. They were all right the other day. Got a feeling I tipped my shoulders over the top. Not only that, last night I was shattered. And I think from now on, I'm going to make a conscious decision on if I'm really tired. I'm not going to even bother with the nighttime stuff. So I'll only get involved if I'm awake enough. I mean, not that anything that happened was too much because I was tired. I mean, the dip, the overcorrection in the dip on the, well, the almost dip on the grass, which I think that the AI of the game probably went, yeah, you dip the grass, which is what screwed the car over. And I tagged Borat. That wasn't because of tiredness. But the second race, when I half dived down on class, that was because of tiredness, because I wasn't concentrating. So yeah, like I say, if I feel like I'm too tired, I just won't participate, I think. On my mind every night. So all we're doing at the moment, guys, is running this back to the garage. We're going to get rid of it. Probably get rid of the truck, bring out a different one. Why? As you see, when you get into dirty situations with this truck, it can handle it, but it uses a lot of fuel. And with the new tire, I say the new tire pack, with the add-on tire pack, which costs you about £1 or whatever it costs you, the Mac Defense is now a very usable truck. But you do need that tire pack as well as all the upgrades. Playing a little competition, how far can I get before I have to use the reserve fuel on the roof? I'll probably hit the next water crossing and it'll go, nope, you're not going no further. Always gone on roughly the same line through here. I always go like that bit that's floating. I always go straight to kind of this post. Try and get around the left side of this post. I might actually get back to the garage. It's only around that corner there. Oh, I feel. Oh, it's coughing. It spluttered. It spluttered. Just as I got to the crest of that hill, it sort of went. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not going to get there. It's a little bit further than. Just managed to get that in. Oh, please disappear. Did that disappear? Thank fuck for that. freaking signpost stuck in the grill. If that wouldn't have disappeared, that could have fucked me right up. Seen it too many times. Literally, a signpost in the grill, that could have lifted my truck up into oblivion. Right then. So let's have a look at what we can do. And then we'll go do something. So we could do this one. 4 vehicle spare parts. Go into the mountains. Vehicle spare parts are over in Solace. They would be, wouldn't they? And then we take them to the logistics center in the mountains. So we've got a long drive. And then a curtain cider, which is over in there. And okay, the curtain cider and that. I think one of these is at the concrete plant. And I think the other one is already at the base. I'm almost sure they are. Anyway, 4 vehicle spare parts. I know what you're thinking. It's only got a 3-slot map. Yeah, I can load the 4th one on with a crane. It turns into a 4-slot. Or an 8-slot if you want to be clever. I say an 8-slot, 4 bars you can probably put on it. You put one on the bed, on the front, lie down, tie it down. Put one on top of that, lying flat. Put one on the back, long ways. Put another one on top of that, long ways. Throw the crane over the top, attach your winch to the front one, lay the crane down, holds them all on. You're going to wear a top hat? For what? Hold it with the crane on the cap. Okay. No. No, you're going to wear the hard hat either. This isn't a safety zone. Oh. You know, when I used to play this on console and everybody used to watch me, after about 10 minutes of going over the bumps and lumps and shit, you used to get people coming back and go, I'm getting motion sickness. But now most of you guys don't seem to mind. Got to admit, in some trucks, so it is a bit, in the internal view, it does go a bit over the top with the bouncing. So I think the quickest place to get the vehicle spare parts is I go down to the concrete plant, the cement plant. I go through the cement plant, across the water. I think it's right up over the hill, right in there, swing around and come back again. I think that's where I get them from. And then I got to drive all the way back again. Right the way across this map. Which is why I switched to the wheel, because it's a long drive. Oh, what a tune to go driving with. En route 66. Hey, Q, how you doing, mate? Guys, another member of the stream team, Mr. Farmboy Q. Have you already been live, Q? I think he's already been live, peoples, today. But if he hasn't, go make sure you check him out. He's got buttons that no sane person should allow his viewership to press. Like for a certain amount of channel points, you can OF4 him out of the game without saving. I'm okay. Power was out today the whole afternoon till now. Wow, okay, yeah. Yeah, that happens every so often, doesn't it? Used to have a mate in Islamabad, I think it was. Somewhere in India, anyway. And yeah, certain parts of the day his power used to go out. And then he moved to near the hospital. And because he was on the same power grid as the hospital, his power was actually more reliable. The substation blew shit, okay. And I know he where my mate was in India. Like I say, he was kind of in between the train station and the hospital. Because yeah, like I say, he was on the same power grid as the hospital, but every like couple of hours, if I was in chat with him, you would hear the trains going through. And when I say the trains going through, they were steam trains. Because you could hear the whistle whenever they left the station. Right, we're getting to the turn now. Look what's happening now. Yeah. Right, let's just double check where we're going with this. Okay, so yes, down where I said. It's down where I said, and then left instead of right. I thought it was up here at the factory, and it's not. It's over here. Okay. It's almost a year that South Africa no longer gets load shedding. I'm on the hospital grid also. Okay. Yeah, there's many countries that still do though, Q, isn't there? You know, they go to the citizens, it's daytime, so we've got to save some power somewhere. And you're it. So the households have kind of made do and put their houses on generators and stuff like that, just to keep essential items ticking over, like fridges and freezers and stuff. They put their whole house on a generator. Stuff some of us take for granted. There's a scene in what fucking film is it? Castaway. That kind of says it better than I ever could. Where they've rescued him, and he's in the hotel, and he's just playing with the light switch because he's been like a year or two where he's had no electric, so he's just playing with the light switch, watching it turn off and on, just training his mind that that's a thing now. Again. And although people take that scene for granted, it's quite a powerful little scene. Due to shit infrastructure, the substations in my area aren't that reliable as it's the first stations built in my town. Come on, baby, you can do this. You're in the first area that existed. Damn, man. I mean, the thing is, at least, I mean, yeah, you're on the hospital thing, but so you're on the most reliable ones there is. But at least you're kind of, in a way, half expectant for that to happen. So you've got probably things in place in case it does happen. You know, it's not like us over here. We kind of expect it never to happen. So if anything like that ever does happen, we're kind of like dumbfounded and ain't got a fucking clue what to do. Except to ring the fucking electric company and go, where's my fucking electric? You know what I mean? It's not that reliable anymore. The hospital do have generators for times like this afternoon. Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame, Q, you know what I mean? It's shit when it happens too, dude. Good shit management, if you ask me. Well, it's definitely somebody's kind of problem that they need to sort of certify and get right. You'd have thought. What we'll do is we'll pick up the load and then we'll pop through that little square there. And yeah, just grab some repairs. Service vehicles. No, we want vehicle. 1, 2, 3, and we want one on the loading bay. Brain it. Right, since I'm not doing anything today, going to get my lovely progress on the farm done. Nice. Nice. Well, hopefully, if I can get my Twitch viewership back above 15, I'll be able to do my dare drops. And yeah, I shall go back on the farm when that happens and do some of my dare drops that I want to do. I mean, to be honest, I've got enough stuff to do dare drops already. It's just the last one that I would pick that I haven't got enough stuff for, and that's to rebuild the castle. But I'm sort of 10 steps in already on that, so it wouldn't take much doing. Just put the things up there, speed up time, sort of a time lapse thing, and yeah, I'd get it done. I still get it done with, like, I don't know what there is left on the dare drops for farm 25 for the Highlands. I think it's about 18 days or something. I try to be here most of the time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it totally. I know we take the piss out of Q, but Q's good people, and so's everybody else in the side community. We take the piss, but we take the piss because we care. And like I read out on the radio the other day, guys, sarcasm, if you can take the sarcasm and make it into a joke, is therapeutic. And actually does a lot of good for a lot of people. And guys, if you want to be part of this excellent Discord community, exclamation SOAG in chat. That's exclamation SOAG. click the link, go into the Discord, and click the parts of the Discord that you want to get involved in. There's trucking, there's farming, there's racing, there's all sorts of bits and bobs where people post quite regularly different things. Like I say, we've also got a VTC, exclamation VTC for that. Viking Transport Company is the name of it. I know, it worked well for VTC as well, wasn't it? And we play ATS and ETS. And your miles count on both. We use another program called Trucksbook to keep a tally of everybody's miles, and that's just a program that sits on the side, doesn't take up very much resources, and just logs your miles. It does track your miles now, so it does take up a little bit of resources while you're playing the game and stuff, but not many. Come on, baby, you can do this. Go on, son. I'm going to have to switch the winch point on this. Reason why I'm switching it halfway down the truck is you can still steer while using it. Yeah, you can still steer while you're using it, so not only does it drag you up, you can still steer the truck with it. It doesn't drag you towards the tree too much. I mean, it still will if you let it go that long. Or sorry, let it go that short towards your truck, but yeah, if you the longer winch you can use, the more powerful it is. And some of you go, winches don't work like that. They do in this game. You try it next time you're close to something and it doesn't pull you at all. Winch it to something that's further away, and I guarantee you start moving. It's strange, but it's true. Yo. And that's why I moved the camera, so I didn't smash into the guardrail. I haven't put my ghost chat up today, so I'm having a look around the screens for YouTube chat and Twitch chat. Here's a question for you guys. With this song being on, which version of the Footloose film do you like the best? The 80s version, or I think it was a couple of years ago's version? My favorite personal version that I like best is the original with Kevin Bacon. It's just like somebody's saying to me, you know, which version of the Italian Job do you like best? My answer is always the same. You can't really call the second version the Italian Job. Yeah, it starts in Italy, finishes in America. But it's under the same concept about they're doing the job. But that being said, the original is my favorite. The original's got that action but comedy element to it. There is comedy elements to the new one, but I find not as many. Right, drive right across this map now. Probably not going to need the all-wheel drive. So I'm not kind of not going to use it. And like I say, I think at least one of these things that I'm looking for is actually there in the logistics center. So I think I moved it out of the swamp and just stuck it in there. So I think it's already there. And like I say, the other thing I think is in the concrete plant, which isn't too far away either. We'll take a little bit of fuel out of the truck that's over there. But we might just take a full tank of it. Trying to get a backdrop as well for that wall behind me because it's completely white. Either that or find a background remover that isn't so harsh. So the Camex one that some people use and the OBS plugin one that I tried, it's a little bit too harsh. And what I mean by that is I don't know, it tends to cut off that from there on my face. Instead of it showing you kind of to the back of my head, which is kind of what NVIDIA Broadcast did. It's one of the good things about NVIDIA Broadcast's background remover for the camera is it was kind of good. Downside about it used a few too many resources, but it was a good tool. And I'd like to find something similar to the power of that so I could ghost me out into games again. Anybody's got any recommendations on that, please let me know. Like I say, Camex is not really a thing. I think it's Camex it's called. And the OBS plugin is, yeah, not really viable either. Like I say, they're a little too harsh for what I want. And because I'm all AMD, I cannot use NVIDIA Broadcast anymore. I've been waiting for so long, now I finally found someone. And by me. Now with passion in our eyes. This is another great musical film from the 80s. Nobody sticks baby in the corner. How many of you as kids, that's another question, how many of you as kids, when after watching this film, tried to do the dance that the dancers do in the clubhouse? The grindy dances. I know I did. I could do it quick. Back in the day, I could do it quite well too, when I was a bit more flexible. To lose control. Wonder whether it's going to get through the next water thing without the four-wheel drive. When I got through the water back there without it, shows you how good of a truck this is. Got through that bit of water back there without using the four-wheel drive. Yeah, there was loads of good films in the 80s that, even if they didn't reflect that the film was good musical, you know, just had good music in it as the soundtrack. You know, Top Gun, not a great soundtrack. Iron Eagle, not a great soundtrack. Beverly Hills Cop, not a great soundtrack. Just so many. Dirty Dancing. Just so many. It's like most films. Back to the Future. Not a films that, you know, great soundtracks. Axel F is epic. Oh yeah, fuck me, yeah. Guys, we're not going to see much of Vortex 1701 soon. He's going home for a month. So yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, if you don't see or hear nothing from Class or Vortex 1701, he's gone home. When I say he's gone home, he's gone back to his country of origin. In a few weeks, looking forward to it. Yeah, man. Class, you can drop me off about 3 boxes of frickin' dows on your way back through, could you? Now, the frickin' dows that I'm on about are not the German burgers. These are Dutch jumbo sausages, and they're fucking gorgeous. They don't come out like normal sausages. When you cook them in like a deep fat fryer or something, they come out brown. But they are fucking gorgeous. You can get them in Ireland. We can't fucking get them in England. Well, we can, but they cost too much. You know. Back over in the Netherlands, they cost like £3 a box, or used to. From chicken meat. I watched a program about them when I was living over there once, and apparently it's all the shit. And I was like, yeah, that's why it tastes so good. But it's all the shit, it's all the crap. And I was like, yeah. Forget about what they're made of, just concentrate on the taste of the fucking sausage. It's fucking gorgeous. I think they used to come in but they come in, if I remember rightly, they came in a weird number, like a box of like 14 or 16 or something. Still do. That's what I'm talking about. Source, that's the source. There's the thing. Like I say, I'm going to fill her up, guys, because the next part of it is to go get 2 trailers, and I think one's still there. And like I say, just drop a couple of boxes on your way back. Cheers, mate. Just drop them out of the plane, mate. I'll fucking catch them. I fucking love them. You need more. Yeah. I tell you what else was nice from there was the chicken satay bags. Fucking gorgeous. I mean, they do something similar over here, but the ones that used to get in Aldi and Albert Heijn were absolutely gorgeous. Guys, if you're going to disappear early for lunch or dinner or whatever, please keep me tabbed. Keep my numbers up there, please. Be much appreciated. And like I say, hopefully we can get the airdrops activated and we can get some keys at the orb. With those, I was consistently wondering if it was actually meat. I was eating, yeah. But it was still chicken, wasn't it? It was just in a very rich satay sauce. Right, I think one of these now is... Oh, there you go. One's over there. I don't have to even move it very far. In fact, I'm not even going to connect it. I'm just going to push it through. I'm just going to back onto it and push it through. Make sure that make sure the sauce is almost weak. Yeah. You got to make sure the sauce in this. Make sure it's got a good date. And just push it in like that. There you go. There's one. And I think the other one. The other one, I think, is at the concrete plant. Yeah, it is. Let's go concrete plant. I will put the thing on this time because I go through the flood. What else do you have over there that we can't get over here? That's cheap over here. Obviously, the cheese, Edam cheese, is cheaper over there than it is over here. And the one cheese I do like is the cheese and it's like Edam and ham in together. That's fucking gorgeous. Especially the one with garlic. Am I making a lot of people hungry now, am I? Start talking about food. It's alright, guys. I'll make myself hungry. It's fine. Including me. The only downside, guys, with some of the stuff that I kind of half planned coming up is there's an enduro that I could do, like a 3-hour enduro I could do, but it's on the same day as Linda is doing her 24-hour. Linda and Mr. H, Tav are all doing their 24-hour. There's a 3-hour race that day. Downside is if anyone wants to join me on that one, I think it's a C-class race. You're going to have to up your licenses if you haven't got into level C yet. And that's December the 6th. I'll find out what where we are, where that race is. If you do want to come and give me a hand on it, or if you do want to do it, and not if you want to give me a hand. Because if nobody's interested, then you know, I shan't bother. I shall just watch Linda and Tav do their thing, and Mr. H and Magoo. I think there's five of them. I don't think class is around on the 6th. Oh yeah, you got Mr. Suicidal driving it. They got Mr. Suicidal driving with them, haven't they? I say Mr. Suicidal. They got a guy that when he does enduros, a lot of the time he can do the very, very long enduros by himself. He's an animal. He's a real animal when it comes to enduros. I mean, he can probably, Paddy, yeah, he can probably do the, you know, when we were talking about, you know, you might, if I did a 24-hour, I might need 6 or 8 people so that you get a nice 6-7 hour break from the game. Paddy can probably do that whole 6 hour overnight by himself. And I think he's done it once or twice too. The guys are just an absolute machine. Paddy will do the night with somebody. Yeah. I mean, it's like we always say though, in it, class, with some of our community events, like what Linda's doing, we never ever leave you alone. So even if he does a considerable part of the driving, he will never be by himself. There'll be somebody there to talk to him, and you know, and to let him know where he is in fuel situations, and he will never ever be left alone. Which is what we do with endurance, guys. You know, where any endurance, 2 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour, we never ever leave you alone driving by yourself. You've always got a spotter, there's somebody to speak to. You're never ever left alone. I'm certainly feeling last Saturday now. I wasn't feeling it up to yesterday when I did my weekly races, and then the beginners league last night. And once again, guys, I've made a decision on that. If I'm doing like early in the mornings just to cover people, which I like to do anyway, and I'm feeling super duper tired, I'll probably just skip through those races, and I won't be involved until I'm 100% or even 80%. I didn't really feel that tired until I dived down a new class to that moment, because it's then I realized I wasn't concentrating, and I totally missed my braking. Totally missed it. And I thought I was going to collect you, but I sort of went really far left to avoid you. Like I said, I was dreaming, I think. So I think it's just best if, you know, if I am feeling that a little on the tired side before an event, I'll just sort of make my apologies and bow out gracefully. You was late on purpose. I mean, that little thing with Borat, that was just me being a little bit of impatient. I had to wait for Chaos to go by me, and then, like Linda said, I just went like that to get out and back in, and the car went, nope, fuck off. So yeah, that was definitely on me. And then like a lap later, I was going too fast around turn 1 and crashed out on the first race. And second race I did exactly the same, except it was on the inside of the corner, not the outside of the corner. where I hit the on turn 1 at where were we? Snetterton, wasn't it? There's right at the end of the red and whites on the inside. There's a little bit of a ramp, and that's what I hit. So one half of the car was airborne. And instead of letting off the throttle, I sort of kept my throttle on, and when the car landed, it went, nope, see you later. It was at that moment I was like, I am really shattered, mate. Sorry, bye. Right, we are here. So that's what we've come to collect and take back. We're going to go exactly the same way back as well. I just want to kind of quickly do a half turn around here before I connect up. I didn't want to do that. That was... Right, there we go. Let's go. But yeah, next GT3 race I do want to try the Aston. Because when I tried the Sebring laps, I was like a second and a half quicker with the Aston in practice. And just to clarify, guys, speed isn't everything in endurance racing. Survival is. Survival is the be all and end all. I mean, all you need is a guy or a couple of teams that are in top split, and you're never going to win it. But as long as you survive with very little events, like we showed last Saturday, me and Class, you can still be on a winner. I mean, Class, even though he had like 8 events or whatever it was, he still got pluses on his I rating and safety rating, which is all that you can really say, yeah, we won. I mean, we didn't win, but any kind of a plus in an enduro race is a win. I had a big bonus because obviously I had a 0 incident race, which for somebody who starts, very unusual. I just managed to stay out of trouble. I don't know what it was. Just managed to stay out of trouble. And Class had somebody who dived... I mean, Class got his from somebody who dived down on him, which wasn't really his fault. And he had a couple of offs, which is just lapses in concentration, that's all. But I was there to hold his hand and sort of go, come on, mate, head down, let's go. Don't worry about it. Kind of all you can do to keep somebody's mind on it and keep them in the game and focusing and feed the guy information, like trickle it through so it's not overloading. Today, even though I've been on my own the whole time, today's been a good day. Today's been a really good day. So what have we completed? We've completed 3 tasks, 4 tasks, and this is a contract. Oh, no, 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 no. Thank you. Oh, you're going to drag me over and pull me over with you then. I'll just see if I can show you when I'm going to rate a raid out, just for a raid out. See if I can show you what race I'm on about for the 6th of December. Maybe somebody's interested in it. Maybe somebody's not. It'll be 9 o'clock in the morning anyway. So I think it probably starts before their race anyway on the 6th. I'm not sure when the 24-hour is. I think it's 6th and 7th. They normally start about dinner time, I think, and go through to little dinner time the next day. I know it's GT3s, and they're on about doing it in the Aston GT3, which is a great car. Like I say, I've had one go in it around Sebring, and I was doing quite well in it. So, and Sebring isn't that well known for grip and stuff like that. It used to be a temporary circuit. It's got a load of sort of like concrete bits in it, loads of little knobbles and bobbles, which you can feel for the steering wheel. Tell you what I saw the other day, which looked brilliant. Did anyone watch? Oh, who did it? Fucking Jimmy Broadbent. He did a thing on Race Room, was it? About he was racing in touring car, and some of those touring cars took me back to a very old game, Soccer on PlayStation 1. But he was having a load of fun with it. And yeah, some of the paint jobs and liveries and stuff, like I say, took me right back to Soccer touring car on PlayStation 1. You know, the Laguna, Mondeo, the S40 Volvo. Classic touring cars. The pity iRacing didn't do something like that. Be some cracking close racing, that would. Just, they were very similar power. I mean, I think they were like 1.6s or 2 liters or whatever, normally aspirated. So the only thing that really mattered, it was the individual suspension and braking of the individual cars. But they were basically all the same power, all the same stuff. So the only thing that really mattered was the individual driving skills of the people operating them. Now, to be honest, if I didn't want to complete this mission, what I should really do is leave this thing where it is and not complete it. And here's why. Inside here, the yellow thing is fuel. So I could leave it out. I'm not going to, because of course I got the truck right near the gate, so I don't need to, but that, if you wanted to, that could be a possibility of just leaving it out in and having done with it. Right, after I take this in, I'm going to take a short break and then figure out what we're doing next. And because nobody's bought any Streamleaks cars, we should be going to the clip reel. Right. 2 seconds, guys. I should be right back after these thoughts. Hey, I'm back. And we're back to our beds. So we'll take a look at what's going on in a second. And we'll make a decision on what's going on. Right. So. Okay, that didn't open up anything in there. Damn. Didn't open up anything in there. Did it open up? Did it open up? Anything here now? Oh, that's the wrong one. That one. Because we're still looking for 2 task missions. Don't think it did. No, don't look as if it did open up anything. Yeah, that's a shit. Thought it might, but it didn't. But hey, that's just the way it is. Right. So nothing in there. So it's just everything in here. So what can we possibly do in less than an hour, basically? Not that. Water, short logs, package stand, not that either. That's quite long, not that. Medium planks, solar panels, bricks and cement. That's a lot of traveling. Forester's Den. Oh, we possibly do this. Container. Let's track that a second. And go to Solace. Okay, pick the container up from there. Cargo containers, there are 2, aren't they? There are only 2. And take it to the forester's house over there, which is right beside the main bloody road. Is it? Well, it's on top of a cliff, but you get to it from there. Just basically travel all the way across the map, grab that, and then come all the way back again. And it is right the way across the map too. Let's give this a go. We may be able to do this. We're going to fast travel back, of course, and get it back out again. Because that will save some. Before I do that, I just want to open up iRacing a second and show you the race I was talking about. So give me a second. Don't panic, it will open up both games. Where is it? iRacing UI. iRacing UI. So if anybody does want to get involved in this race, please let me know. We can do it just me and you. I'm quite willing to do it with 2 of us. Like I say, it's on the 6th of December. You will need to have, I think it's this one. I think it's this one. The global. Yes, this one. Spa. It's Spa on the 6th. And I'm thinking about doing the early race or the Sunday race. So either 7 a.m. Saturday morning or 2 p.m. Sunday afternoon. And that's GT3. Well, it's not just GT3s, but well, I'll show you what it is. So it's either there's an NMP3 car that is involved. GT3s. In fact, let's hit that. So you got some GT3s, which I've got a few of. And they're all really good. All the ones that I got are really good. I can use either or all of them. So BMW M4 GT3 Evo, the McLaren, Is that 24-hour? Oh, I don't want to do that one then. Yeah, I don't want to do 24-hour. I thought that was just a 3-hour. Yeah, it's 24-hour. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Spy class. There is another one. Trust me, there is another one. Is it this one that's on the same day? Could be that one. Oh, weekend before. So it's in 2 weeks' time. 7 a.m. race or the 2 p.m. race on Sunday. This is the Nuremberg GP circuit. Nuremberg GP circuit. Similar cars. So it's got similar cars to that other race. McLaren. It looks like LMP3, LMP and GT3, that one. 2 hours 40 on the race. So just the two of us. If there's somebody else willing to come and do that with me. If you want to do it. If nobody wants to do it, then of course there's no need. Is there anything for the Nordschleifer one yet? No schedule. Okay. No point looking at that then, because there's no schedule. What if we looked at? We looked at that. We looked at that. And the next one on this one that I can do is, well, I can do this week's if anybody wanted to get involved. Bit too soon, but I can do this Saturday if anyone wants to do it. And I can do Maranello on the 6th and 7th. That's the one on the 6th and 7th. Maranello, 3-hour race. And I can do either the 9 a.m. or the 5 p.m. as long as I'm driving first on the 5 p.m. And that's just GT3s. So if anybody wants to get involved in any of them, please let me know via the Discord, !SOAG in chat. And then either put it in racing chat or DM me. Right, let's go and do this container. And like I say, if you do volunteer for it and you don't show up, I won't be doing the race. Because there won't be enough people. I mean, for the 3-hour race, if there's 3 people and just 2 of us turn up, then I'll still do the race. Just means that whoever is doing the other stint will need to do an hour and a half. So don't accept lightly. But yeah, a bit too soon to do Brazil, I think, this weekend. I've got the track, I've got the car. It's a great racetrack. I did, what did I just do in it? I did a production car, didn't I? Production car. 25 minutes of production car in the rain. Well, qualifying was in the rain. It then dried up for the race. Started 5th, came 4th on that one. Quite proud of myself. And a 0-point race too. 0-point incident race. So we'll see how far we can get through this mission. Hopefully we can get to finish it. And yeah, we'll rate out afterwards. So stick with me for some fun and frolics and maybe fallings over. What's it tomorrow? Thursday. I think we're going to the farm tomorrow. We've not been on the farm for a few days. And then Friday, of course, it's Roadcraft Day. We are on the final map of the rebuild. after I 100%ed the other map. So guys, if you've not 100%ed the first map of the rebuild, the contaminant, recheck it, because I have 100%ed it. Don't ask how it gave me 100%, but it is 100%. So if you haven't 100%ed it and everything's done, you've forgotten something. Especially if you've been going on multiplayers with people, maybe you've pressed that save by accident and it's skipped past something that you thought you'd done. Waiting for tonight. Whoa. Oh yeah, I'll be passing the fuel station on this one, won't I? Waiting for tonight. Which will give me some fuel out and back. Mind you, I'm delivering it to the same map, so it should be right. I say cargo and containers, I think are just 2 slots, so I'm hoping I don't get there and it's like 4 slots or something. Hope I haven't brought the wrong truck. You have to go through a really deep section of water, I think, on this one as well. Well, not really deep, but deep enough. Waiting for tonight. Don't know what that truck's for as well. I haven't come to the mission that it says. So yeah, guys, farming on Thursday and then roadcraft Friday. Yeah, so tomorrow's farm sim is my single player save that we're saving up for the dare drops just in case they get reactivated, and Friday's roadcraft, as with SnowRunner, is full crossplay multiplayer, so you're welcome to come join me. Right. Got to try and remember where these roads go to now. It's a long, long drive. That's all I can tell you. It's a long drive before we can get down to the docks. What we've been listening to in the background, guys, is Simulator Radio, the best known person was in charge of your tunes, which was Otto, the automatic presenter. Gets paid more than anybody else, that dude does. I thought some smart ass was going to come back and go, I thought you all did it for free. Yeah, but Otto gets a little bit tune-ups for free too, so, you know, he kind of gets paid for free, doesn't he? It's just... I don't get small tune-ups for free. I know I didn't really need that, but, you know, beginners, rules, guys, kind of a deal. Basically, if you're new to the game and you pass a fuel station on kind of normal mode, even if you don't really need it, just get it anyway. Because you never know, you might, that couple of liters may be what gets you to your next fuel station. Anytime you pass fuel station, it's free, just go get some. Tell you one thing I didn't ask you, class. Did you ever get your sticks on your CS wheel to work on this game? All the cranes and that. I know you said you were going to have a look at the Moser thing and give it a go. Did you ever try it? Did it ever work? Haven't tried it, been playing mainly on the laptop. Okay. I tell you something, the shoulder that's aching today is this one. I know they said I had a little bit of a thing in this shoulder anyway. I think it's starting to surface. One of the downsides with getting old, guys, when you've been driving for so long as part of a job and not really been doing much exercise, is your body kind of seizes up. And that's what's happened. Exactly what frozen shoulder is. Too many years of just doing that movement, and that is it. And the body's gone, no, fuck it, yo. So some of these bridges that I'm going over now, guys, when you first get on this map, you've got to rebuild them. There's one bridge that doesn't get rebuilt though, unless it does later on. But I couldn't find the mission to do it. I went right through every single mission that was open for me, and some of the ones that were locked, and just tried to see whether it would show me whether the other bridge could be mended or not. And yeah, it turned out no, it can't be. I almost dreamed to have a bit of roadcraft in this game. I really do. A bridge tank would have come in handy. Bridge the fucking cat. Yeah, the bridge tank would have come in very fucking handy. I could have just bridged this fucking gap up with the bridge tank and had done with it. Next turn, I think. Next turn or two. Come off the road, go down the side of the road. Go through the water. And on the left will be the broken bridge. Here it is. Just at this detour sign. Go down here. Oh, come on, that wasn't worth a thing. See, there's the bridge there, down on the side. Maybe that bridge tank would have done much of a difference. Come on. Come on, up you go. Up you go. Up you go. There we go, up you go. So yeah, with this game, guys, there's no real force feedback with the steering wheels and stuff. I've just got kind of like what, say, the Logitech call their spring rebound up full blast. But of course, for the direct drive, I think it's magnets, which is why you get a stronger, more accurate feel, and why some of the motors get quite warm when you're racing. It's because they're doing a lot of work. Right. Cargo container, that's exactly what we want. Right, let's go. That's exactly what we wanted. Let's go back the other way. Now we've actually passed the drop-off point on the way here. I know, stupid, I know. So just so we don't forget where we're going. Back round there, back round there, back round there. I know which way we're going until we get to there. So we need to go that way. Round there, 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 round there. And that's the way up there. Yeah. And when we get to that bit, we go that way. I don't know the words. Can you tell? We'll pass the fuel station again. We should, of course, get fuel. Because, like, we don't want to move it and not get fuel, and then all of a sudden we run out of fuel before we get to where we're going. But we should be able to get this contract done before we are raiding out. Ooh! Ooh! That was a twitchy bum moment. Mariah Carey. Guys, it's nearly Crimbo time, and you will soon be hearing a lot from Mariah Carey. In fact, the song that's kind of, yeah, still paying her out every year. Oh, I remember this song. Not from Mariah Carey. In one of the Rush Hour films, the little Chinese girl in the back singing it. And like the drivers are going, oh, fuck me, shut the fuck up. Oh, come on, you guys have got to watch that film. The Rush Hour films are classics. I'll tell you what, I've just realized, well, a story that was confirmed on another video was the joke Chris Tucker makes about Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson are kind of like best friends. They are, or were. And during, he apparently Michael Jackson watched the film, and he rings Chris Tucker up, and he goes, "Hi, Chris, it's Mike." And he goes, "Hi, Mike." He says, "I love your film, whatever Rush Hour it was." He said, "I just want to let you know, when you do the impression of me, you kick with the wrong leg." It's very true. That conversation actually happened. Yeah, Mike rang Chris up to say, "Yeah, you know, you're kicking with the wrong leg when you take the piss out of me, or when you do the impression of me." And the reason why I know it's true is because I've watched a thing of one of Michael Jackson's concerts before he parted. Chris Tucker was presenting him out before he came out and sung, and he tells that story live on stage. And yeah, Mike comes out and goes, "Yeah." It just goes to show you some punchlines are actually true. So tomorrow, what will we be doing tomorrow on the farm? We'll probably be continuing with the contracts bit. I think I've got those grass fields to do again. I'm not entirely sure. I think I've got those grass fields to do again. Of mine, that is. So that might be on the cards. My silage pits are full, though, and still fermenting. So we might just hay them up, or we might bring them back and plop them in the other side, and then make some money out of them. Why not? Fuck it. I mean, we still got a few bales in the bale shed that we can take to the sheep and that, so that's the thing. Oh, I haven't done the cow barn yet. I haven't replaced. Remember when I said the cow barn and fuck about? I haven't replaced it yet. Because I haven't built the castle, and I'm gonna, like I say, if I get the dare drops active, I'm gonna do make it look like a time lapse until it's done. Because that one is the big dare. If I can get them activated, that one's the big dare. That one's that one's a copy of the season pass with Farmson, with the main game on Steam. So yeah, that's the big prize. Give me everything I need. Promises and a world of pain. Oh, also another thing I picked up was I think it was Shaun of the Dead or something or other, where one of the actors goes, "What a cunt." I've got a little clip-it video of that, but I can't, for some reason I can't block out the background on it. If anyone's got a program that can do that, so I can shoot you the little snippet and give it back, when anybody says what does the exclamation mark "what a cunt," that can come up instead of the current thing, because that's what it's meant for, instead of what's currently on there for that command. For the exclamation whack, what a cunt. We wanted Loopy to do it, but I don't think Loopy's up for doing it. You know, green screen herself and just go, "What a cunt," and the voice that she did it in. I have washed away. What am I up for doing now? Well, when you did that "what a cunt" thing, there was a thing that went round between some of us that you could do that on a green screen, and we could have it up as a command, and you just come up and go, "What a cunt," anytime somebody does exclamation whack. I know, I'm volunteering you for loads of shit now, so it's fun as fuck. Also, guys, if you're up for your racing skins, it might cost you a couple of quid or so. No, on no video. Might do a voiceover. Was it Shaun of the Dead or something or other, where not Simon Pegg but the other guy actually says what a cunt on it? Because I've got that little clip, and all I need is the background deleted from it, and I can't do it myself. I've tried all the free online stuff, and none of them will do it. Have you got any sort of programs that can delete the background on an MP4? I can send it to you. You can quickly run it through. But what I was saying, guys, if you would like any skins, if you're in the side community and you're willing to donate some money to the lady, she was doing a bit of artsy thing with the GT3 Aston Martin, and it looked absolutely brilliant. But yeah, money for services rendered. I know Lumiere has a background thingy, not a video. Yeah, I've tried running it through that. You need to know the exact color that needs to be deleted. The trouble is, if you choose black, it deletes everything black, and he's kind of wearing black stuff. I'll keep looking. There's bound to be something that might do it. There's bound to be something that's out there free, so I can do it. Just what you've been doing with those cars on iRacing, Loopy, is superb. And we said the same when you did them, did the skins for the VTC, the single player skins. Them skins were freaking awesome. And you do some great work when it comes to graphical design. And yeah, I don't kiss people's asses. I give credit where it's due, people's. Maybe talk to Darkstar. Fuck yeah, Darkstar, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good. I forgot Darkstar. Sorry, Dark. If you're listening, Darkstar, I do apologise. I forgot you. Super excited about the Motorsport Enduro skin. Nice. I mean, at the moment, I'm using just some colours and stuff that Seti did for the Enduro skin. And I'm still calling Martin. Still calling the team in the Sonic Enduro. Seti made the team, I didn't. But yeah. Right, here we go. Let's try not to spill this. Not got far to go. Ooh. That's a dodgy one. Sometimes on these guys, on the undulations on here, a steering wheel is perfect to use for this game. If you can get exact inputs. Some steering wheels are a little bit laggy, don't get me wrong. You know, you go to move your steering wheel and it moves like a split second afterwards. Come on, baby. Come on. Don't damage yourself. Don't tip over. Good girl. Stay steady. Reverse a bit there. And the ones you did for the Learner League as well, for the BMW and the GR86 look fabulous. Fabulous as well. I think Linda's right though. If everybody ends up having those skins, you may need to put like their names on the back window or something. Or a good idea this, if they're a streamer, take their emblem and stick it on the roof. I know it takes from part of the artwork, but it's a neat way to recognize somebody. Sorting out for a form for people to request what they need. Yep. And guys, don't think that Loopy will rush it through. She will not. She is a perfectionist. You probably noticed that when you watch her do the designing phase for the cars. And there we go. Oh fuck! It needs a generator. Ah! Or is that a different one? Please say that's a different mission. Yeah, it's a different mission. Thank fuck for that. Oh. Did that open up anything? Yeah, it did. Open up that one, which will activate, and open up that one, which will activate. Oh, hello. Is that? Yeah, that's that truck. Okay. Okay, where does that have to go? To the mine. You know where I found this? I found that truck there. And guess where it has to go? Through there, down there, and over there. Oh my god. Never mind. Here's what it is. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. Where's the trailer? Oh, the trailer's over there. Okay. That's not so bad. I say it's not so bad. It looks probably worse than it is. Because from there, you could drag it out of the air, go this way, through this bit, and out onto the road. It looks kind of harder than it is. That bit might cause a bit of a problem, but the other bits not so much. But yeah, that'd be kind of nice. And drowned order. Oh, express order. So 2 service spare parts. The lighthouse. The lighthouse is kind of a weird one to get to. Water to the tower, which is there. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a pain in the ass to get to. There's only one road to get up to it. Yeah. Come up there, around there, over the bridge. Well, there's two roads to get up to the bridge, but once you're over the bridge, it's just one road. Okay, yeah. And then consumables to the forester's house. That's probably the easiest one out of the whole lot. But anyways, guys, we're going to call it a day there. Thank you very much for watching. Who's about? Anybody know? Let's have a look at my buttons, see who's about. Busy's on. Busy's on, is he? Yeah, he is on. Yeah, we got Fizzy and we got Baz. I don't know how long Baz will be on for because I think he's probably nearing the end of his journey now. He's probably near for a break. And I know Fizzy's just come on. So let's go see the Fizzstar. He's part of the community, guys. He's a former featured glitch and he's an absolute dude when he's on it. First of all, let's say goodbye to you guys on YouTube. Love you, bye. And we'll see you again tomorrow for some farming, peoples.